Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? I missed you guys so much. We do not have an obnoxious mic within this video. There's a little bit of technical difficulties going on. But I'm here. I'll just have to project. I hope you guys can hear me well. I do kind of feel a little bit awkward because now it really feels like I'm speaking into my phone. Yeah, but we're gonna roll with it. So yeah, today I felt very inspired to kind of speak to you guys again. I promised you guys a video, and I'm back. It's been some time, but yeah, I kind of didn't want to just like film. I wanted to film when I felt the most centered and grounded and aligned and peaceful and happy to communicate my little messages towards you guys. And yeah, so today we're going to be talking about vegetarianism, the truth, the tea, the facts, the tips, the tricks. I wanted to give you guys all the source. It's literally my identity and my brand. I've been a vegetarian for what feels like forever. And yeah, hopefully I can give you guys some advice, a little bit of inspiration. I wanted to kind of share my experience and yeah, give you guys some advice. So, disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a professional, I'm not a medical professional, I'm nothing. I'm literally just a girl who's just gonna share their experience. For reference, I've been a vegetarian for, we'll get into the technicalities of it just now, but yeah, I've been a non-red meat eater for some time now, and I know that a lot of people, when I tell them this, they're kind of like, oh my god, how can you do that? Or how's that possible? How are you surviving? What do you eat? How are you coping? Especially if you're in South Africa, you would know this is the land of pap and vleis. This is literally Boerewors land. Red meat is very much like ingrained, enmeshed, fused into our culture. And yeah, some people might kind of find it a bit like crazy, or especially because I'm also like a foodie and someone who enjoys food and stuff like that. So I'm always getting asked, questions about how I've been able to do it for so long. What do I eat? Am I literally just eating like lettuce and bread? What's the difference between that and veganism? And thoughts about it being quite difficult to be vegetarian. I'm here to kind of demystify and clarify and give you guys the real deal of how I've been able to kind of sustain this lifestyle and way of eating. So yeah, but I think that the information that and the tips and tricks that I'm going to be speaking about can be applicable towards any sort of diet or lifestyle change that you are wanting to implement. So let's see. Yeah, let's get into it. So I started this whole thing back when I was 14 years old. So pretty young now that I think about it. Back then, it was literally just for shits and giggles. Like, I wanted to kind of just challenge myself. Like, it was a whole new me type of thing where I didn't really know much about vegetarianism. I wasn't trying to like lose weight or, do anything extra. I've always been a foodie. Love food. Like, my parents will joke all the time that I've that I always wanted to taste stuff. And yeah, so I don't know, I kind of was just wanting to see how long I could go without red meat, just as like a fun challenge. But I think looking back, I was also kind of wanting to spice things up in my diet, because as the years progressed, transitioning to pescatarian and then vegetarianism, that opened me up to cooking and trying new meals, which is something I love doing, cooking and trying new meals, trying new recipes, trying different cuisines and eating different kinds of foods. So I think that interest was like in the back of my mind. But initially it was literally just to challenge myself and see how long I could go. Certainly, I did not think I would make it even over a year. Like I didn't think I was gonna last this long at all. Even when I count, like today, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been this long. And I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm here. So it's funny. But in the beginning, I remember. I cut out like chicken and red meat and pork and all of that stuff, but I was still eating fish. So and then it was during COVID. Don't know if I was watching too much Freely the Banana Girl. I think I also watched What the Health, or I don't know, I was just watching too many health documentaries. And that was when I actually started learning more about not just like the, just the whole just cutting out meat stuff about vegetarianism, but actually like the philosophy behind vegetarianism, its environmental impact, the potential health benefits, all of these things. That's when it was only like then, a few years down the line, when I started really learning, about it and doing more research about it. Because up until that point, it was just kind of like trying out different menus in restaurants and seeing what I could cook. And it was very lighthearted. And I think that's certainly actually what helped my journey. So 2020, when I was 17, that's when I kind of did the full transition to being full-blown vegetarian. I've been like that ever since. So as of today, I don't consume any like meat, so no fish, no pork, no beef, cow, chicken. I still have eggs. I'm not vegan. I still have eggs, still have meat. I still have milk. What else? Pretty normal. I just don't eat the meat of animals. So I don't know. I don't think I would be doing this if what I was eating was stuff I didn't like. I love vegetables. I love fruits. It also has helped me, get in a lot of my vegetables, learn a lot about vegetables, vitamins, fruits and veggies, and the health benefits of that. Also just environmentally, this can be a bit of controversial stuff, but just based off the research that I know in terms of how much the meat industry contributes towards is it carbon emission? It has a big carbon footprint. I don't know. It's just go watch What the Health. Go watch What the Health, okay? But don't hold me to this. Animals are sentient beings and all of that stuff. But I don't think that it's unnatural or gross for humans to consume meat. I think it's quite natural, to be honest. But to each their own. And I know that, some cultures and religions and even philosophies like veganism and lifestyles like veganism are very much opposed to that. I do align with vegans in a sense that the way we are consuming meat in today's society is in excess, and the way it is produced is not really like ethical, and yeah, there's a bit more harm done than good. So yeah, that's where my views kind of align. As always, our views, our ideas, our philosophies, our values are subject to change. I kind of always remind myself of that, because I can be quite like rigid in one thing and think that this is the way. But yeah, who's to say? I kind of do feel like it is a bit more cheaper to be vegetarian. Yeah, I think I'm sure it is, contrary to popular belief. And yeah, just as someone who also is quite health conscious, I think it does help me, again, just be more conscious of what I'm eating and have a more, broad and variety of like fruits and vegetables in my diet. Because yeah, I'm not consuming meat, so I do have to kind of see what I'm not getting from consuming meat and like supplement that, whether it be with like supplement pills or other vegetables. So yeah, enough about me. Let's get into how you could kind of do this. So okay, tip number one. I think the reason why I've been able to kind of do this for this long is based on how I started. So yeah, a lot of people who I've spoken to who have done vegetarianism or who want to do it, like want to go like full cold turkey and completely just like change the way they've been eating for 2 decades in one day. I personally, the cold turkey way, I don't think that works for anything. For a lot of reasons. I feel like that kind of just puts your body in like a state of shock, like especially if you've been eating a specific way for X amount of years and all of a sudden you're just like changing your diet overnight. Not just physically actually, but mentally, I feel like that can have a lot of consequences, because yeah, it's very drastic to just change your meals, what you eat. I mean, think about how many meals we have a day, how much food we eat in a year, in a lifetime, like it's quite drastic to just go, from one extreme to the other. And so I think having a sort of gradual, phasing in and process of, achieving the specific lifestyle and diet and goal, I think that's the best way possible. Certainly for me, that's what helped. Like I think for you that could look like still eating chicken, maybe still consuming maybe your red meats, having like a meatless Monday and then a meatless Wednesday and then a meatless Friday, and then only consuming meat on weekends, and then only consuming it on special occasions. And then over time you'll see like, oh shit, the way you are eating has completely changed. And I think slow and steady always wins the race. Slow and steady literally always wins the race. I literally don't think I would have got here had I just decided to overhaul completely change the way I ate within a day. Because I think physically your body does need time to adjust and acclimate to your new lifestyle. But not just physically, but mentally as well. It's not just a physical thing that's happening. You're changing your lifestyle, how you're eating, how you're going about eating, which places you're going to, so that takes time and that takes research and that's a little bit of trial and error. So yeah, that's tip number one. Tip number 2, this actually should be tip number 1, but it should be research. I kind of said that in the beginning, whether that be research as in going to a doctor and having a full-blown consultation about your diet. Again, I don't know why you are embarking on this journey, if it's for health reasons, if it's just for, lifestyle change, a mindset change, a shift, you want to, change how you're doing things, how you're moving. Definitely do your research. I mean, we have the internet at our fingertips in this day and age. And so, whatever you're thinking of embarking on, do your research about it. Watch people and listen to their experiences. Just inform yourself as much as you can so that you're more confident while embarking on this journey and while trying something new for yourself. I don't think the more you know, right? The more you know can only help you and can make the journey more easier for you. Definitely if vegetarianism and veganism is the alley and direction you want to go into, definitely would recommend watching documentaries like What the Health. There was also another one, I literally can't remember what it was. It was What the Health and Cowspiracy? Seaspiracy? Oh, I can't remember. It must have, I think Oceanspiracy or Seaspiracy is the one that made me cut this fish shit out for sure. But then again, don't just follow information blindly. Do research upon that, really clarify and you watch this documentary about how prawns are the worst thing for your diet, fact check that. And again, research can also be quite literal. Do it, implement that in your own life. Kind of maybe do a little experiment on where you try out cutting out meat or whatever it is for a week and see how you feel. So do your research in that way. Experiment. That can only benefit and help you. Tip number 3. So this kind of is piggybacking off the research kind of thing, but Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, all of these social media platforms are going to be your best friend, because you can research and find and discover recipes that align with your palate, align with what you like. Maybe you are someone who really likes, for me, I discovered that I actually love Indian cuisine, and that Indian food has a lot of is based around vegetarianism and all of that stuff. So that was really fun for me to discover and try new recipes, try a lot of chickpea curries and bean wraps and burritos and all of these things. Definitely find recipes that you like, recipes that you'll enjoy, recipes that are fun. That also goes for restaurants. Try out new restaurants that are catered towards what you are wanting to eat. So whether that's a new vegan cafe down the road, you don't have to literally cook a brand new meal every single day. Just kind of find one meal, or a specific kind of dish for a season, a week, a month that you're going to try out and play with that meal, discover, try and find meals that you would like and try recreate them. And guys, let's just I know this shit can be a bit serious, especially if you are doing this not just to try a new lifestyle and be cute, fun and fresh, but you are embarking on this journey for health reasons. it can be, or it can feel a little bit more serious and a little bit more urgent. But really try and have fun with this. Like, I think me embarking on this journey when I was younger and I didn't really know much about anything, and it was just coming from a place of trying to challenge myself and you know, having that kind of like fun attitude and spirit and intention behind it. I think that's really what has made me do this for so long, because that's still kind of is my perspective now, where when I go to a restaurant, yeah, there's like, I can have the steak and whatever, but it's always kind of fun and interesting to see what type of vegetarian menus, you know, what they have to offer at different restaurants, and trying different things, and you know, kind of seeing, I don't know, just kind of like being more lighthearted about it and not taking it seriously, and you know, being like, yeah, like if I decide to drop this in a year's time, 2 years time, tomorrow, next weekend, this evening, no qualms. It's literally, it's not that, it's deep, but it's not that deep. It's deep in a sense that I feel like we should all, not should is not a good word, but I feel like it would be great if we could all, you know, eat and have lifestyles and conform to lifestyles that align best with our beliefs now. But that's not always the reality. You know, you never know what could happen. I'm surprised that I've lasted this long and that I haven't been put in compromising situations where I had to consume meat. I actually don't know how that hasn't happened yet. But I think it's because either A, I'm always just kind of like half prepared, and if I'm at a party and everyone's buying and the host doesn't know that I'm vegetarian, I literally do not mind having a roll with butter and chakalaka. Like, it's literally not that deep. Like, let's just keep it moving. But I think that sort of like lightheartedness and just going with the flow of it really is what has kept me on track in a weird way. And yeah, because I think if I was so fixated and rigid and I mean, I am in a way rigid, like as to, and picky as to how and what I eat and what I'm consuming and all of these things. And there is, you know, obviously with friends and with family, you will have to kind of tell them that you don't eat meat. Honestly, I think being more lighthearted and carefree and honestly leaving room for a mistake, or not even a mistake, but life to just like happen, I think that will help you and that will set you up for more success. Because I guess like with everything, you know, if you are so hard on yourself and so rigid and so fixated on the outcome of you being X or you doing X or you conforming to X, it's just going to create a lot of resistance, I feel, energetically and just within your own mind. Just go with the wind, okay? Go with the vibes, go with the flow, be curious, be more curious than everything, and inspired. And hopefully, especially if this is not just for health reasons, but if this is just out of pure choice and you just want to like change your lifestyle and your eating habits, and you know, you want to try something new with the way you're eating, approach that with fun. And you know, if you're having the choice, definitely choose something that aligns with what you like. Mindsets, especially when it comes to stuff like food and eating and all of these things, especially in this crazy society, I think having a good mindset going into all of these things is very, 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 very important, and can honestly be like the determiner, is that a word? The determiner of whether you succeed or you fail. So yeah, I think that's about all. Tips and tricks, I kind of already touched on the tips, but tricks, let me see. Yeah, you will be surprised as to how many, if you're embarking on this journey, I thought that there'd literally be no place that would offer vegetarian options. It has certainly gotten way better over the years. I think just collectively, societally, the world is becoming more conscious of not just like the meat industry, but just like food, implementing more healthier options and trying out different lifestyles and things. That's very much a thing that has evolved over the years. Like there was certainly options back then, but like there's a lot of options. Trust me, there's a lot of options. You just haven't looked at the menu. The menus, okay, there might just be like 2 options, but you can get a bit like nifty with it. So you may get bored of just ordering a margarita pizza, but you can add shit. Like I never knew that you could just like kind of add things. Like I will add extra garlic, I will add mushrooms, I will add rosemary, I will add maybe spinach on there. You can add. So it's actually a lot more wiggle room at least than I expected. If you're in South Africa, yeah, there's a lot. It's a bit more like the options are a little bit more limited than I would imagine it to be in countries like America and the UK, but it's definitely getting better. I mean, Checkers, Pick and Pay, Spar has their own home brand of vegetarian, like meat style vegetarian foods. Yeah, but I know the brand that I have been with since the dawn of time, even when I was pescatarian and was just trying the vegetarian stuff out, is Fries. Oh my god, Fries is everything. Fries is everything. They literally have from vegan chicken nuggets to like vegan mincemeat style things. So you can make your own like vegetarian lasagna, not even with like veggies, but with like a vegan soya mincemeat, Yeah, what else? I know Steers has a vegetarian style burger. Rock and Mama's has one. McDonald's has, when I was pescatarian, I would eat the filet of fish burger, and then they just stopped serving that. And then I tried the vegetarian one. To be honest, she's kind of shit. Like, I won't even lie. In my personal opinion, she's kind of weird. I'd rather just have like a soy patty than like this confusing like crumbed pea mush thing that's in that burger. Yeah, so but then again, I think maybe this could be like a health component where I therefore don't eat out a lot. If I am making a burger, it's homemade and I get to add all my little things and I can cook it with my soy patty. I think it personally tastes better. And yeah, I think that's all. Labels. Yeah. You're gonna need to start reading labels, but not in a orthorexic kind of way. Being vegetarian and all of these things doesn't mean you're now #organic, #gluten-free, cannot eat anything that is processed. Trust me. I even feel like, because apparently you're not supposed to eat gelatin. Girl, I still be eating jelly tarts. Like, I don't, like, again, I think I'm like not too anal about it. Also, I do not have the luxury to be that anal about it. Like, we need some wiggle room here and there. But in truth, I have not eaten steak or meat or anything in forever. Beyond Burgers, oh my god, I literally forgot about that. Oh my god, if you are trying to, like, if you still love red meat but you're trying to kind of like get out of it, Beyond Burger, they have the best kind of like meat, fake meat alternative that still has that like texture. I can't, kind of like resembles meat, whereas like soy products can be taste like it's not meat. Labels. Yeah, be familiar with reading labels and what's in things. Reading labels can be very helpful. You be cognizant of how much nutritional value you are gaining from something. I think that can be very, 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 very important, especially, I know for me as a vegetarian, protein, fiber, what else? Zinc, iron, B12, magnesium are things that I'm always on the lookout for, and you'd be surprised again as to which sort of things have it. Reading labels literally has been very helpful, and again has made me more aware of not just what I'm eating, but made me realize, like, oh, I actually can have this, and oh, I actually can have this, or no, absolutely cannot have that, and oh, this has this much nutritional value. And you end up becoming, I guess again this just aligns with me as a person, but just being a conscious consumer in what I eat and what goes into my body, whether it is a Cadbury or a kale salad. Like it's I think with anything, it's not about the two extremes, it's about meeting yourself in the middle. And with anything, I'm sure you want to know what you are putting into your body, and just being more conscious about it, whenever I'm asked how long I've been able to do it or how is it even possible, it's because of that. I really do attribute it a lot to just the gradualness, and as well as the research that I did, and my curiosity for trying out new things. So I think that's all I have to say. Hopefully this video helped you. If you are embarking on a vegetarian diet thing, hopefully that works out for you and you have fun doing it. I'm gonna go now. I'm actually gonna eat. I'm freaking starving talking about food. I'm gonna go eat right now. I hope this video helped you. I hope it inspired you. What's been happening currently? We're in Feb. You'll probably get this video out in Feb, so happy belated Valentine's Day. I hope you guys got some love, and I just actually hope that 2024 has been pretty good for you guys, and it's been a good start into the new year. I've been feeling really good and happy, and I just love doing this and speaking to you guys and speaking to the phone and the camera. Hopefully the microphone will be back in the next video, and if you haven't watched my previous video, you can go watch it. I will put it up somewhere up there. If you are vegetarian, if you are anything about anything, if you want to share your own comments and advice about lifestyle, food, embarking on journeys, mindset, health, all of the above, feel free to share. We love a good discourse. I'm still on this journey, so I'm always open to tips and tricks that other people might have with regards to making this process or just enjoying this process even more so than I already am. And yeah, I think that's all. Okay. Okay, see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Bye.